Test, test, test. Test, test, test. This one. This one. All right, I'm live. Hello, world. I am going through. I'm crystal programming, live coding. Will be almost every day, or live coding something every day. Working on projects, working on web dev, making tutorials, working with others, maybe doing open source contributions. Just started streaming, learning the ropes. I suck at video editing so far. I haven't even tried. I haven't found the right software. I use Linux, trying to find the right workflow. So aside from that, I am working through getting an advanced knowledge and experience using the Crystal programming language. I've been a software engineer for like 10 years, and I'm loving the language so far and want to take deep dives into it and a lot of other subject matters as well. So what I'm going what I'm going through to get from like more and more familiar with the language is exercises on exorcism.org on their Crystal programming language track. And if I go to Crystal here, so I'm just jumping into the next one. I won't go on about myself. Uh, that said, you come across this web dev, I'm gonna be creating like my profiles and things, trying to gain an audience. Um, the last one I did is meltdown mitigation. Just did another live video on that one and did some refactoring. And I'm going to see what interest is interesting here. Oh gosh, interest, it's going to be like percentages. I just stumbled around with percentages. So let's see what this, so the last one was more like conditionals, oh, a while loop. All right, so a loop control structure. I'm going to try to go fast and actually make it through a few of these. Exorcism website to actually have this like command line interface stuff that I may start using. It connects like through their API. So I'm gonna do start an editor. I'm going to first make this side bigger. Lost my microphone. Okay, so I'm going over this interesting exercise on exorcism.org. This is super basic stuff, what's a while loop, all that, but going through these exercises, getting the basic syntax down, like crammed into my brain, is lets me lets me go into a project and not have to look every little thing up and say, oh, how do I do that? How should I do that? So there's while loops. A nice feature is an until loop. Crystal is very influenced by the Ruby programming language. So I is 0 until I equals 3. Do this, and infinite loops. A common error while loop is getting into an infinite loop, right? It never evaluates to a falsy value, programmer error, or forgetting to increment a loop. But sometimes it's the clearest way to implement the logic of the program. Sure, like an HTTP server, maybe a game loop until some condition is met. So break is used to exit early. Okay. Next skips the next iteration of the loop. Cool. We got break, next, types under looping. This is what I've been really studying a lot, is the error handling and the integer float types in Crystal as well. You can get really low level with the Crystal programming language. It doesn't look like it. It's a very high level feeling, very dynamic as well, but it is typed. Actually, I'm going to read what this is. So the type of a variable can be different under looping. The type of A is int32 or string because it can be both. Under the first part, okay, yep, the variable will only carry the type int32 or string under the first part. Since the loop starts, it holds int32, and under the second iteration, it holds string. Great. Multiple type system will be explained or concepts, but we are sure that under the second part of the loop, it will only hold string. Okay. So let's see what they're talking about. Oh, so A is 4, type of A, int or string. Then okay, they reassign it here to a string. So then once you get back up, once you get to the second iteration, you've reassigned A. Okay, that's simple to understand. Waves expression is a method returns its value. Speed limit, remember, if this, return that, puts this, else if end 100. Wait, what are they saying here? Code written after or return. Okay, so here they're using returns, but in Crystal, if you don't use return, it will evaluate the last expression executed. Exactly what this says here. The return keyword should be omitted when the last expression is a method, is a value that should be returned. Okay, now it's going to give you the instructions for this problem, so I'm going to jump into it. Oh, savings account on interest rate, balance. Please implement the savings account interest rate. Delete that. I'm going to try to zoom the code a bit more. Still bring this over. It's a great website and tool. It's just a little, trying to stream, make sure things are large enough on both sides is a little clunky so far. You'll be working with savings, great year, or great. Each year, the balance of your savings account is updated based on its interest rate. Interest rate your bank gives you depends on the amount of money in your account. This is where my brain starts going like yeah, for a negative a balance, it gets more negative. You get 0.5% for a positive balance that's less than $1,000. So here's these conditions. 1.621. These are great problems. 1.621 for positive balance greater than or equal to 1,000, but less than 5,000. You have 4 tasks, each of which will deal with your balance and its interest rate. So calculate the interest rate. Task 1. So it's the first method. What I do is I take it a task at a time. I run the test, get those tests to pass. There's usually 4 to 7, 8 tests, it seems like, for each task. So we're going to implement the method savings account interest rate. It takes a balance as an argument. The method should return the interest rate for the given balance. Okay, so you have, here we go. You have less than $1,000. All right, is what, 0.5. I know I started in the middle. You have 3.213 if it's negative. So less than 0. Well, I don't like using 0, but yeah. 3.213 less than 0.00. There's going to be some float integer type stuff going on in this as well because you're using percentages, and it gets more negative. So you lose 3.23% of, or you're charged, it's a negative, it gets more negative. You're charged 3.213% of your negative balance. And 0.621 greater than or equal to 1,000, greater than or equal to 1,000. It's like to have all these in front of me in code, but less than 5 grand, and a positive 2.45%, greater than or equal to 5,000, greater than or equal to 5,000. So it's like there's these ranges already I'm looking at. The last problem I did a like within, self.within function to simplify things, but that's, it's refactor afterwards, afterthought. All right, so let's see what this one is. It takes a balance. It returns the interest rate. Okay, it's a balance. I'm like, I want to go with, I would do if, else if, then, but I already learned case when balance less than 0, then am I returning a string? No, returning a float. Yeah, then 3.213. This is why I'm really liking Crystal. Less than 1,000. So it can't be 1,000. The next one's greater than or equal to 1,000. Then 0.5. See, once you start typing this out, it's not as, the problem isn't as, it's the wording just gets me. So when balance is greater than or equal to 1,000, this is where I like to do a within, but, and balance less than 5,000. Then zoomed in, these lines get long also, but that doesn't matter for me for now. I mean, 1.621. I don't want to say else because you're probably going to be, you can, I'm going to keep it simple here. Else 2.475. Got those. Okay, I'm going to run this test, I guess. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Probably a little nicer anyways. Run tests. There we go. Define self.interest. Can't define def instead of def. Oh. Class savings def. And oh, case needs an end. So I'm gonna make this like, in the documentation they made this like, let me move this over. The UI does some a little bit of funny things. When in the documentation they did like have this inlined, not to worry about formatting right now. There's a actually programming in IDE or command line or them. There's a crystal format function, so it's like they have their own kind of guidelines. So task one, cool. Everything failed, or everything, no failures. Let's implement the savings account interest method. So this was the interest rate. Raise is how you raise a error. So let's see what task 2 says. Jump to instructions. Okay. It takes a balance as an argument. The method should return the interest rate given balance. So calculate the interest rate. So this time we're doing the opposite. We're given wait. What do? So you multiply. If it's 200, you multiply by the percentage. So 275 is greater than, it's less than 1,000. So 275 times 0.05 is it. That looks about right. So you literally just want to do, I don't have to say return balance. You don't do times here. After one, yeah. Yeah, you do. Balance times. I'm going to call my self dot interest rate function. Balance times self dot interest. There's no way I would have gotten this, like even these two kind of even barely quickly without doing the last 3 or 4 exercises. So like I wouldn't have known even, I had to look up case when on the last one, and instead, otherwise I'd have if, else if, else if, else. So self-dot interest rate, and we're going to pass in balance. And I'm thinking about how this is going to, I'm just working with all floats here, so far it's okay. See if task 2 test I'll pass. Annual balance update. The weird one's going to be when you view the negative. Ooh. Oh, come on. Come on, exorcism.org. Come on, exorcism.org. You like get signed out? Did I get signed out? Donate. Let me zoom out. Whoa, it looks like revert. No, no. I'm going to select all this. Select all this. Copy it. To instructions. Run test. Oh, come on, exorcism. Great name. I think I'm signed out. I'm going to refresh. Well, this is cool. What? Back to exercise. I'm still signed in. Forward. Forward. Continue in editor. Still has my stuff. Run the test. Self.interest. Am I causing some sort of like, this is, you get a balance, you multiply it by interest rate. Is that correct? It's like 200 times, 1 point times 0.5. Yeah. Well, I might have to move on to something else. I'm going to pause this stream and take a moment and try again. I'm just pausing the stream. At how long here have I been on? 23 minutes. Okay. 23-minute pause. Back in 5. All right. Okay, I decided, since I still have the instructions, I know what's going on with their website. I looked around on home, um, things like that. I didn't like log in and back out. Um, I'm going to look around on their site a little bit and maybe try to move to another exercise. But while I still have the instructions for this problem, I can keep this page up. Hopefully, maybe it saves code. So I'm going to go back down here to, I just did this balance times self.interest balance. Oh, I see my problem. This is great. I was calling itself recursion. It's self.interest rate balance. Run tests. It just took a second. Beautiful moment. I'm going to clip that. So should be closed. Negative 32.3. Okay. To be negative 30 to be within 0.1 of 32, negative 321.3. So I'm doing something wrong. Obviously. Look back at this problem. Instructions. So 275. I need to divide and not multiply. Is that, am I crazy? Less than 1,000 and 0.5. Negative 1,000 should be close to negative 321.01. Expected negative 12 to be within 0.1 of off by 21. They pass in negative 10,000.0 as the balance. There, they're passing in negative 10,000. So it should multiply by negative 3,213. Should be close, negative 3,213, because I'm returning the interest rate. Okay, 32 minutes in. Here we go. We're doing interest is interesting on exorcism.org using the crystal programming language, solving this self.interest function. Self.interest, let's see. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, so rate equals this. I need to return balance. times rate. Get the rate that returns the amount of interest. See, think through the wording of the problem, think about the business logic. Get the business logic first. It should be close to this. So 32130 to be within 001 of 321.3. 10%. Why is it what am I doing here that what am I doing here that balance times get the rate, then 0.5. The percentage, 0.5. 3.213. Negative 32.1. Negative. Oh, 3% is 0.03213. 5% is 0.5. When balances this, here we go. I'm telling you, interest rates. 1.62% is 0.0621, and 2% is 0.02457. There we go. That's another short interest rates math. Oh, what did you 0, 0 point, this, 0, interest rate. Clip this at 35 minutes. Now when I run the test, I'm actually doing percentages correctly. This whole thing is on, I'm on conditionals. Interest is interesting. Expected 5 got 0.5 for the first test. Okay. Oh, these are gonna fail. Test 1, test 2, test 3. 1,000 should equal 1.621. I know what I'm doing. It returns tiny. This. I know what's wrong. This one's gonna fail. Yeah, 2.457. Okay, so you have to divide task 2. All these should pass now, except for this needs to go back to being 3.213 again. This wasn't where the issue was. it's percentage of, so rate equals self interest rate balance, which gives us our rate. Oh, here I just have balance. So then balance divided by rate should be the interest amount. See, I'm not thinking about interest rates correctly. So let me get back to balance times rate divided by 100. Out of 100%. Name the stream learning math. Learning math. There we go. Calculate the interest is correct. That's how you do it. Let's do task 3. Jump to instructions. Annual balance update. It takes a balance as an argument. It should return the balance after 1 year. So do annual balance. 1 year. I don't know how that works. I'm hoping I get it right. Takes in a balance. Oh, you add the balance. Okay. You go applied interest. Let's call that applied interest equals self dot interest pass in balance, return balance plus applied. You really could return balance plus self.interest balance. Let me do that. It's clean, super clean. I'm going to give it a name still. No, it's not used. Equals balance plus remember that interest balance times the rate divided by 100. All right, task 4. Indent that. Wait, did all those pass? Task 4. Yeah, on to this one. This one is years. Years before this desired balance. Hopefully not long. Hopefully not long. Hopefully not many years before desired balance. Jump to instructions. You get a balance is this. Your target balance is that. How much time how many iterations of the applied balance until you get from 2,775 just on interest to 214.88. So let's think about this. I have to refresh one machine really quick. Okay. Self.years before desired balance. Current balance, target balance. But we don't know the rate. Oh, current balance. We need to get the rate. We need to get we got to get the interest rate, the balance. And as the rate climbs, though, maybe it puts them in another bracket. Ooh. This is where the while loop or until comes in. This is why I went over those. Current balance, target balance. Huh. Huh, huh, huh. Temp, I'm just messing here. I'm just thinking out loud. Temp equals balance. Until temp is greater than or equal to. Until temp is greater than or equal to target balance. Right? We're going to be calling our function above. Not def end. Each iteration, we want to get the interest rate. We want to get the rate. Oh, the rate's not going to change. Yeah, the rate could change in time. So rate is going to call rate equals self dot interest rate. Self dot interest rate. We pass in balance. No, we pass in temp. We're going to be updating temp. Until temp is that, we get the interest rate for temp. This is over years. Current val. It would be current val. Current balance equals balance. Rate equals self dot interest rate. Current balance. Okay. Once we get the rate, then we get the amount of interest. Interest equals self dot interest. And we pass in the rate. No, because interest takes a balance. It's a rate for the balance. Then you get the amount of money. You pass in temp again. because self-to-interest gets that rate self.interest rate balance. Oh, rate gets called for us already when we call interest. Okay. And that gives us our interest amount. Okay. And then we simply say temp plus equals interest, right? And what do we return? The amount of years until this loop, loop, loop. And when you want to break out of it, you call break. Return the number of years. Years equals we're going to say 0. And it's going to want decimals. Self-to-interest temp plus equals interest. You don't increment years here. You increment years at the beginning. This is the next iteration. Years plus equals 1. And then this should just break out. When it breaks out, years. I'll be so surprised and happy if I got this. Oh, years plus equals not due plus equals before definition temp. Oh, I renamed temp to current balance. And then current balance plus equals the interest. This is fun. I'm digging this. And it's motivational. Plus equals interest, current balance. Not made any changes. What is it saying? Current balance plus equals interest. Balance, BAL. Better and better and better. That's what it's about. Write some awesome crystal programs. Current balance equals balance. Undefined local variable for method balance before savings account dot class. Oh, balance. Target balance. Current balance equals current balance. And of course, you reuse the name current balance and it's right there. Well, do this. Balance equals current balance. We're going to switch these around. Balance equals, that's so confusing. Until balance is greater than target balance. Interest rate, there's another temp in there. Balance plus equals interest. This is great. Stumbling crystal. stumbling in the shards of the crystal programming language. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. It just feels good. It's simple. Case when balance is that, when balance is that, when balance is that, then this. Rate is self-interest rate balance, balance times rate divided by 100. I just want to do a couple little extra things. Now that I know it's correct without screwing it up. And so I'm going to get rid of rate right here. I'm going to get rid of rate. Why is this machine sleep like it does? There we go. Focus, focus, focus. What did I just hit? What did I just do? Okay, I'm getting rid of rate. I'm saying balance times rate divided by 100. That's what that function is going to return now. Applied balance equals balance plus self-interest balance. I don't need to define applied balance here. I'm just returning balance plus this. Years equals 0, years plus equals 1. I do need to define years there. Balance equals current balance. I could just increment current balance, but it's not really best to modify the actual arguments. You could say until current balance is greater than target balance. And then you only interest equals. Does that work? I don't know if the crystal language works where I can get rid of this variable and when it passes in here, like you add to it here, you add the interest here. I can keep on modifying its value of the current of the argument, the value of the argument that is passed in. So that's why you don't do that. I don't even know if the language, it'd be nice, it'd be cool, but I don't know why you would do that or how that would work. So what I'm saying is you get argument, can you keep on adding to current balance argument and then pass it into self.interest? Like you add to it here, it comes back around. Yes, because you're within this scope and you're just calling self.interest with it. And all you care about, you could do it, but you don't. It's just not a good idea, but I'm going to do it. So what I'm saying is I don't need this temporary value of current balance. I just need years. And I'm going to modify current balance. I don't need to return the current balance. I'm going to break into here. Years plus equals 1. Interest equals self.interest. Interest current balance. Current balance plus equals interest. See if all the tests still pass. Oh yeah, yeah. Thinking about it even more now though. And it's like, oh, just, yeah, years. Give me years at the end. This is sweet. This is a sweet one. Might keep going. Submit. Continue. No immediate feedback. Great. And in the UI, you have to go down here and say mark as complete. Yes, like share my solutions community. Sure for this one. Iteration 1. I don't know. I guess the one for that one. Confirm. Yeah. Straight up is complete. Straight up it is complete. If for some crazy reason somebody actually jumps, excuse me, in here on YouTube or Twitch, I'm not looking at chat because I don't have an audience. I'll get there. I'll make YouTube videos out of these and tag them and stuff. Maybe someone will find them and search. So now, show me more concepts. Return to the exercise. Yeah, I want more concepts. More concepts. Your journey through Crystal. Learn and master concepts to achieve fluency. That's what I'm working towards. I'm gonna achieve fluency. Number types, classes. Look, I've only done like one of. It's like here's the learning path. Here's these learning paths. If I go to overview, yeah, I'm 8.7% through. Why is this one locked while making a chess game? This isn't locked. So I completed 11. 7 are locked. So what am I supposed to go to next? What am I supposed to go to next? It's an Armstrong number. Let me go to learn. What's the difference between learn and practice? Okay, basics. Boolean. Determine if it's a pentagram. Start an editor. Pangram. Every letter, the best known. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. English. Pan. Figure out if this is a pentagram. It's a sentence using every letter of the alphabet at least once. Ooh, I knew that. So it doesn't matter if a letter is lowercase or uppercase. For this sentence, this is a string. This is a string manipulation problem. Names each of the 26 letters of the English alphabet. You have to show a different sentence each time someone views on the website to give a comprehensive sense of the font. Okay. I'm going to zoom this part a little bit. So I'm going to take in a sentence. I'm going to find out if there's a lot of ways to solve this. And I've not worked with strings or arrays in Crystal really much at all yet. I'm going to have to go to regex. I'm going to use regex for, okay, to define like A through Z. I want an array of like A through Z. I'm doing this so ad hoc. A through Z. But here's what you do. A through Z. Character code. UTF. Unicode. Characters for A through Z. This is what you do. Modern, it's from A to Z. 65. I'm gonna mark this as a YouTube video just to do Unicode for A. I'm going to change them to all caps, the string that comes in. I'm going to go from U41, no. Use Unicode numbers. I'm going to go from 65 to 90. That's where I'm starting, 65 to 90. Unicode number. Well, I need the Unicode hex, right? Crystal hex. Octal. See, I already had a thing up for that. I need to set this other laptop to no sleep. Don't sleep. Then I'm jumping into the Pangram live. I have to set this other laptop to not sleep. System volume. Audio is out. Audio should be back. Audio is out. Audio is back. I use audio relay. It cuts out. I don't think it cut out long. How do you, for character A to Z, that's what I want to. Do I create a list? I need to look at atomic, big flow, big int, channel. The problem is how to solve this. How to solve this in Crystal. Can you string to int? That's what I need to know. Can you like an int string? Puts u41 dot to s. Watch it give me a. That'd be cool if it gave me a. Where's my output? Errors. I know there's an error. Results. Refresh. Check. Okay. There's like an interactive code runner. CLI for Crystal. I could test these little things out, but not made any changes. Okay, fine. So put u1. See what that is. Why am I trying to compare like character code? I just need to do it and move on to the next one. It's gonna drive me crazy. But slash u41. It doesn't know what that is. It gives me a string. You figure there's 26. If you haven't seen it, this is what you do. This is what I'm gonna do. This is clever. It's too clever, but I'm gonna solve it. I'm gonna say success equals 26. I gotta make myself it's 1 hour 17 minutes. I'm making myself a note to make this short. All right, I'm solving pangram using the Crystal programming language on exorcism.org. There's like 20 ways in my brain to think of this. I'm trying to think about character codes, Unicode, characters, using a regex to get AK. Oh, is the letter in there? Boom. Have I seen it? Boom. Doing this. Success equals 26, right? Pangram, first thing I'm going to do is string input equals, I don't know if I have to say equals here, but input dot lower case or upcase. I'm going to do upcase for the whole thing. And I want to strip white space, right? Strip any white space. And I should strip anything that's not A through K, because I'm going to be counting No, I can't count all the characters in Atom to up to 26 because there's going to be other characters in a string. Spaces. You gotta use a regex. All right, gotta use regex. Regex slash hey, haystack, match a, ASDF, match data A. I want the one that's, I'm not, don't know my regexes. Why does this keep sleeping? Boom, boom, boom. All right, I'm fixing a problem on another machine real quick. Charging, dim screen, no screen blank, 12 minutes. Never, there we go, done. Oh, so there are these dot matches. Okay. I want like alpha, you know. Trust me, find 3 optional flags, include modules, special characters, list of meta characters that need to be escaped. I don't know if I'm on the right documentation page. I should go to yes, one of these pages. Files, no, no. Why do I have another, this one open? There we go, close that. I want the docs that are like this, but with the regex. Controls, exception, type grammar, reflection, auto casting, macros, suits of the annotations. Annotation, my annotation. At this, define foo foo. Oh, cool. Blah, blah, blah. Which would print this. I know I'm getting upset at this one. Literal syntax with forward slash. Dot match. Forward slash. So grp this. I'm gonna look for the word alpha. Alpha. Like in here. No? Regex for A through Z. Gonna do it. Regex for A through Z. A to Z, A Z. I don't care. 0, 9, and just don't know how to do it. Don't know how to do it, especially in the crystal. Forward slash will match any ASCII characters in the range from A to Z. In the range from A to Z. So I just need to really, like, all I need is, okay. Get rid of this. Like that. And I'm gonna strip any characters that and I want like a, okay, dot match. Yep, it matches, and I haven't seen it. Slash that, dot match, and I haven't seen it. Case. I is ignore case. Do boom, dot match, boom or bar, dot match. I'm gonna do this the easy way first. Dot match A. This is not good. Let's do this. Input equals that. Output the input. Overthinking. Define self returns a bool. Return true. We gotta let the function complete so I get the print. Does it contain every single letter in the English alphabet? That's my output. Your output is empty. Really? That's strip. Really? Hmm. Well, I need a test that again missing the letter H, pangram, missing replaced by numbers. A to M and A to M with 26 characters, but not a pangram. Okay, got it. That's a good point. Unless input is greater than or equal to 26, it's input dot size, I believe. All right, solving pangram now on exorcism.org using Crystal programming language. I've been fumbling around thinking about how to do it. There's there's multiple approaches. This is why going through exercise like this when learning a new language is good. Like I don't even know how arrays work or like matching regexes work in the language. um, so starting simple, I'm going to brute force this one. I was already thinking about Unicode characters, octal numbers, and like dynamically creating a list and then comparing and having like a scene array. Haven't seen that one, that one, that one. So unless input size is greater than or equal to 26, just if it's not, unless it's that, false. Else we're going to match against, if it's an A to Z character, we're going to store. So if it's an A to Z and we haven't seen it, update seen. Yeah. Go back to the regex docs. YZ.match X. Oh, I think it's this. This is what I want. It's going to match nil. Match X. This is what I want. This is what I want. Copy. And then I need to know how to like push to arrays. So I'm gonna go here. Leaving that for myself. This is gonna be, not nil. If you go arrays, literals, local variables. Ooh, there I found a range. There we go, array. Array of number equals this. All in range of array int 32 new. Array light type of row. Okay. 1, 2, 3. How do you do conditionals on arrays? 32 equals that. Scene. Isn't there more of like, maybe not straight array, like list? I don't want low level primitives. Size of, offset of, these are good. Back to literals. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm doing this. Doing the exorcism. Doing the exorcism problems. Exactly why. Twitch. What's that? Do. Let me try something. AZ equals, how do you push and can you, yes. Pen to array, crystal. Pen to array, crystal, or push. Now initializing the some class, array.t. This is probably what we need. Okay, I defined it. Array this dot new. Integer index collection of objects of type T. Set. Set.class. Build.new.added identity. Pull size. Product. Append. Is there even append? I have no idea working with arrays, and maybe I should go to a different kata or exercise. Easy.append a. And then print easy. Of T. Of string. Add. Push. Can't believe I'm stumbling through this like this instead of like find the answer. Oh. Yeah. Push A. False down here so it will complete one test. It's funny, some tests pass. It is push. It's push. It's character type. Yeah. So I'm gonna say it's car push to be a character, not string. Aha. Okay. String. Here, I'm finally gonna get past this. My hour 38 minutes in, mark this spot. I've been screwing around with pangrams and Crystal on exorcism.org using Crystal programming language. Finally, figured out scene equals an array of string. Alright, unless input size is greater or equal to 26, return false. Else, for input, first we're gonna also strip off and chomp input equals input dot strip in characters in our white space, and also chomp guessing, unless it's that, for input dot each. I think it's like dot dot. I need to look at loops. Defined for loops. Parallel. Do, do, do. Floats. Static array. There's steppable. Syscall. Okay. We're in the wrong spot. Assignment. Comments. Local variables. Control expressions. Click not raise. I want 4. I haven't looked up requiring files yet. Oh, there isn't 4. It's, you can do like iterables. H.do. Array. Of that concat. Oh, here's a regex page I haven't seen yet. There we go. Dot match. Named control expressions. If. Oh my goodness. Crystal programming loops. Loop. It's like do. Each do. Item. Okay. I'm bookmarking each. Times. You can do it times. Each time do. While loop. Okay. Dot each. Stuff and things. Dot each do. Temporary. Okay. This is what I can't find a documentation. Strength equals that. And this. I'm like, unless that. This. For input each do. Pipe. I have to split the string. I have to split the string. Input equals. I have to split the string. First you chomp it and all that, and then you gotta symbols, arrays, strings. There I can click on string, this, string literals, multi-line strings, string.upcase. You can, strings are immutable. So is there two? This is tricky in crystal language. This is. Try something. I'm about to go crazy here. I'm about to go crazy here. Okay. String split. It's like some voodoo gotta happen. A string split and crystal. I want crystal reports. Crystal reports string. Crystal lang. See if you can iterate over it without. Okay. For each, do character put character and run. Undefined method each for string. Wow. Let me look at the instructions. The sentence is a panagram. Really tough in crystal because you want to convert a string to an array of characters. Input equals input 2 to array. I need a list of string methods. List of string methods in crystal programming language. the new is also the same as previous one. Ooh. Sets. First of all, a string has a length, number of. Okay. I just saw a link. I want to come back to this one. This is strings and crystal on exercise. And then I'm going to go strings here. I want to look at this about strings. Notice strings. New strings that are created every time you add to an integer, to a float. Hello to you can't do that. Interpolation. Hello world dot size dot 0. You have to loop. Do, 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 do. You've got to like form a loop and look at the index of every single one. If it matches, you've seen it. Yep. Gonna solve this. Gonna solve this right now. So this is tough in Crystal because you it's like strings aren't, they're not mutable. All this I'm gonna get rid of. You gotta know the syntax to be able to do it, right? It's like pangram returns boolean. Just so I can run and debug this, I'm gonna return false. I'm gonna say length equals input dot size. And I need like a count. I'm gonna well say I. Now we can't use the word end. I have to form a for loop, but there's not for loops. So it's like I equals 0, right? Until I, while I, until I is less than or is how do I want to do it? This will run forever if I accidentally run this. Till I screw it. I'm doing a while loop. You can also do like spawn do. Such a funny syntax for this stuff. That's why I'm doing these exercises. Um, while I is less than length, I think you can do plus plus. You might actually do plus equals 1. And okay, while I is less than length, I plus plus. And I've spent so much time looking at syntax and how to approach this that I'm just brute forcing this and keeping myself sane, trying to, like, it's such a simple, it's like, oh, I want an array of each character. I'm going to check whether it's there. I'm going to check, oh, have I seen the letter A already? Yep, move on. Is it a character? Regex from A to Z. Just going through all the approaches. I'm gonna come up with a good way. I'm gonna spend a lot of time on this one dang problem. Already have, but because I'm learning all the little nuances of the language. Oh, I can go print. I want input I, and I do know that I want to do input equals input dot uh, there's chomp dot chomp, and I have length, I have I, this will end. Oh yeah, okay. See what my printed output is. Can't do I plus equals 1. Run again. I'm gonna get this, gonna get this, gonna get this. Yeah. Aha. Should be true. Index out of bounds. Yes. I now have every character. That's what I want to see. I have every input of my string, and I don't know if strip.chomp is pulling it. It's not pulling anything out, but I know that scene I can append or I can push. So like scene equals empty array of here. I can't do character. It's represented as a number. It's what I wanted to get to, is represent all of them as a number, and then it's like you can just do it in other ways while learning the language. Like get fluent, so you're not stumbling on all the little crystal shards. Scene equals array of string, just empty. This the exorcism.org like IDE, whatever you want to call it, the browser one. It's just funny how it drives me. It drives me crazy with the we'll do weird formatting. I equals 0. Look at this. I got every character. And here you're gonna say, I don't even know how to look if something is in an array or not. Contains crystal array contains. I think there is a contains array list. So I'm gonna open that one. I already have it open probably somewhere. I don't want crystal reports. Contains method. Yeah, I don't care about any of that. Array, string, or character. I can do car. I need char. Array like set. What are the index of? Find. Where are like Okay. Array. Set. Type of. Has. Times. Subrange with elements of the given range. Returns all elements that are within the given range. Start. Other. Subrange. Clear. Clone. Packed. Cat. Delete. Delete at. Dupe. Fill. Fill. Returns the first n elements of the array. Flatten returns a new array that is one-dimensional flattening. Oh, insert at a certain position. Inspect. Class name. Dot last. For all. Map with index. Pop. Here's pop. Pretty parent. Product. There's push. Reject. Now I know how to find. Now I know how to find all the methods of types on this page. Modify self, keeping only the elements. Select. Keeping only elements in the collection for which pattern equals element. Size. Skip. Sort. Sort by. 2a returns an array with all elements to JSON to string, prints a nicely readable concise string representation. Returns a pointer to self's elements are stored. Truncate. Unique returns a new array by removing duplicate values in self. I like that. That could be useful in this one. Like really useful. Unsafe put, unsafe shift, unstable sort. Is there a get? Each. Join. Fetch. Each index. Indexable. Binary search, B-search, index, combinations. Each index. Empty equals fetch first. Index object. Value at. Size. To array. Accumulate all any. Repeated combination. Min max. Min max by. Find. Straight up find. if scene dot find input I, do nothing. If you haven't seen it, right? If you haven't seen it, if you have not seen it, scene dot push input I. You're at the end, you're going to say return scene dot size greater than or equal to 26. Input equals input dot upcase, no, strip and chunk input. Oh yeah, try this out. There was someone there for like a minute. Scene find. Scene dot has. Oh, no block was given. Has of array of string. Dot find. Block, but no block was. So find is supposed to be input with a block. No block was given. Input I. Oh, oh, oh. I gotta give up. I almost give up.